Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a review of a recent dinner I had at Lupo restaurant. It's located at 869 Hamilton Street in Vancouver. I have done previous reviews of this restaurant, which I will put at the back of this video. And it's important, I think, to visit restaurants and revisit them a number of times because you might have one good experience or one bad experience, but it's the consistency of restaurants. And I always have a great experience at Lupo. I think it is probably one of the premier, if not the premier Italian restaurant in town. What makes it really good is that it just provides very good food, good home style service. Most of the people I think are regulars, and that's how the staff treat everyone like just regulars. And so very friendly environment, and actually I think it's fairly affordable. So we started off with the focaccia. So that was $12, and you see it kind of looks like a pizza bread, but it's quite substantial in terms of the size. I think they cut it into 6 pieces. We had 4 people, and so there was plenty for everyone. Every good Italian restaurant has to have burrata. Burrata is Italian cow's milk cheese made from mozzarella and cream. Occasionally, buffalo milk is also used. And this was a special on the menu for $26. I thought it was paired nicely. It got a little salad with some fresh tomatoes. I thought it was quite a nice dish. Next was the wild mushroom ragu for $28. It comes with grilled ciabatta, and I probably should have had it with the bread. Having said that, I didn't. There were so many things on the table, and we were kind of sharing the appetizers, so I didn't actually. I just ate the mushrooms by themselves, which was a little bit on the salty side. But I can see now, reading the menu, there was grilled ciabatta, and I should have kind of had that together, and that would have probably tasted a lot better. Next, we had the Wagyu beef carpaccio for $26. And considering it's Wagyu beef, $26 is not that bad a price for this. I think their starters are pretty reasonably priced because they're fairly big in terms of the size. It comes with Reggiano, arugula, and a mustard. And I thought this was my favorite of all the appetizers that we had. And because we shared all the starters, another person ordered the foie gras parfait for $34. It came with crostini and grape mostardo. I thought, just personally, I'm not crazy about foie gras parfait. If I'm going to have foie gras, I'd rather have it in a pate, or I'd have it like just regular foie gras. I find that parfait does sweeten it a little bit, and so it wasn't my favorite. But again, it's not because it wasn't well made. It was just personally, I just don't like foie gras parfait. One of my friends is a vegetarian, and so she had the eggplant parmigiana with basil and extra virgin olive oil for $24. It looked like a great dish, and I didn't have it, but then she had it, and she said it was quite tasty. In between my first and second courses, when I'm at Lupo, I do like to get there something with truffles. They always have in-season truffles. They had black truffles, and I like them to do just a very simple pasta. So I think this is just a linguine, and it's just very simple with butter sauce and then truffles on top. It's a very simple dish. They charged me for 4 people $98, so about $24 a person, $25 a person for a pasta dish that's well made with some truffles. I think that was pretty reasonable. It's kind of a luxury, but I thought it was delicious, and it was just enough that it wasn't a full portion, but just enough to kind of whet our appetite, and I really enjoyed this. For the main, I had another one of their specials, which is the veal chop, and that was $79. So I thought it was reasonable. I thought it was a little bit on the pricey side, but it was a big portion, as you can see. All their dishes, the appetizers, and their main courses are very large. So I don't think it's too overpriced. I think reasonably priced, and it's got some vegetables on the side. So a good meal, and I think again, if you like veal chops, this is very nice. My friend had the 12-ounce prime ribeye for $66 with roasted fingerling potatoes and arugula salad. and she gave me a little bite of her steak, and I thought it was actually quite nice. I actually preferred that to my veal chop. It was just really flavorful. Thought it was a good price for this, and I thought it was a very nice dish. My other friend had the wild salmon roulade for $52, so I think this is quite a nice deal. Grilled king mushroom, red wine, and tarragon cream. And I didn't have a taste of this, but she seemed to enjoy the meal. So everything is well plated, good sizes. I don't think ridiculously priced, very reasonably priced, and a good range of food. My vegetarian friend had the tagliarini, which is only $38, wild mushroom, chilies, garlic, and olive oil. I had a quick taste of it, and I thought it was actually quite nice dish. Nice pasta. They have some really, really nice pastas. I'm pretty sure that they're, house-made pastas, and they're really very authentic and still quite light in terms of, I don't find them very heavy or overly salted or overly too much cheese or too much seasoning. I quite like their style because it's kind of on the lighter style, and Italian food is generally pretty heavy already. There's a lot of sauce anyway, so you got to keep it a little bit lighter. Moving on to the desserts, each of us had dessert, but then we kind of shared a little bit. And this was the creme brulee for $16. I generally don't like creme brulee, but I thought this was really, really good and probably my favorite dessert of the night. The actual creme brulee is normally kind of just creamy, but this one seemed to have a little of caramel in there or something else that was just it made it a little bit more concentrated, the flavors, and not so eggy. So I really actually enjoyed this. This is their chocolate torte, and this is for $16 also. I found this the heaviest of the dishes. It does need the cream and the ice cream with it, or else by itself the torte is quite dense, but I enjoyed this. And last, we had the tiramisu for $16. Pretty classic tiramisu, nice and chocolatey, lots of cream cheese. And so I thought it was a very successful tiramisu. With tiramisu, I like to see a very intense flavor of chocolate and some heaviness. I don't really like kind of dilute or light tiramisus, so I thought this was very good. All in all, to be expected, it was a great meal at Lupo. And that's the thing with Lupo. You always get a really good consistency of service and food. You never really get off dishes. Sometimes there are dishes that, you have personal preference for. But the food is cooked well. Service is friendly. And it's really a kind of a home style feeling that you get. It's not overly pretentious. They don't overly work it. It's more like you're in your friend's house, that type of style. And I still really enjoy this place, so I'm going to recommend it. Hope you've enjoyed this review. Until next time, happy eating.